secondhand to New Year's resolutions, and there's just no question what this man should do. Take all the time lost, all the days that I cost. Take what I took and give it back to you. All this time we were waiting for each other. All this time I was waiting for you. We got all these words, can't waste them on another. So I'm straight in a straight line, running back to you. I don't know what day it is, I had to check the paper. And I don't know the city, but it isn't home. Would you say I'm lucky to love something that loves me? But I don't. Time I was waiting for you. We got all these words, can't waste them on another. So I'm straight in a straight line, running back to you. Yeah, oh, running back to you. Oh, running back to you. Yeah. Oh, and we traveled so far, and I traveled so far to get back where you are. All this time we were waiting for each other. All this time I was waiting for you. We got all this love, can't waste it on another. So I'm straight in a straight line, running back to you. I'm straight in a straight line, running back to you. Yeah, straight in a straight line, running back to you.
Warm up. That sounded like me when I used to play the piano. Awake. Aw. Oh my gosh. There you go. All right, Tom. This is awesome. Awesome. Well, welcome to pretty amazing event in life of Tom and Amy. Big step forward. Thanks everybody from out of town. A lot of people came from some pretty sweet distances to be here for these two. What do you think, you guys? Everybody's here for you. This is your handpicked. Tommy just said 83, the handpicked 83 people that we want in our lives and here to support them. Pretty amazing. So it was super important to Tom and Amy when we got together and talked about this that we also mentioned those that aren't here and couldn't be here physically. So two names came up, your Gran and your Beach Graham can't be here, but we know they're here with us, and pretty darn cool thing. Everybody needs a little bit of luck, right? We start this thing out, some luck would be good. So I was filling around my golf bag, and I was hoping I had a toonie, but all I could come up with is a loony. So that's for good luck. Don't lose this. This is a good luck. You'll never miss a putt. So another really, really cool thing is there's a Scottish tradition of quake, which is a two-handed drinking bowl. And it's traditionally used in wedding ceremonies. There's a couple century-old tradition. But what we put in the bride usually presents it to the wedding party. Everybody drinks from the bowl as this kind of a good luck, but it's also a sense of community and sharing. So we actually have one here. I'm going to give it to Amy, and I'd like everybody just to come up and share a drink from the quake. It has holy water in it.
Wait, do I move or do they move?
Have them come to you.
Hey, come to me.
So why don't we start with the bridesmaids? Just come up and have a sip out of this. It's for good luck.
Come to me, Jennifer. Come on.
Right. It's called a quake.
Isn't this how you guys start dating?
It might be. You just say, have a sip. Have a sip. It's holy water.
It's holy water.
Of course, it's Scottish holy water. So you might get sometimes you get goosebumps from the holy water.
Ooh. Am I going to be able to walk back? Probably.
It is imported.
Oh. Okay. It's going to be a good night, guys.
Okay. And nobody saw this coming, by the way. I apologize.
You're up. Yeah,
Yep.
all of you. Come on. Oh, that was a proper set.
Yeah, okay.
Well done. That was a proper
All right.
You're going to leave some for us.
Yeah,
Right.
yes.
Oh.
3 more people.
That's-
Okay. All right.
There's some left. Don't spill any on the bride.
Yeah. We've already spilled. Your wife
Okay.
already spilled it. Oh, there we go.
You first.
Oh, was it me and then?
I guess
Did
so.
we do it too?
Yes.
Woo.
It helps with the breath for later.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah.
I did not brush my teeth before I got here.
Right.
It's delicious. Are you
So guys, this is just a really cool thing. They're going to keep this, and they'll always kind of have this as a memento this day. Pretty cool day. Yeah. Tom laughs.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
That's like, let's do this.
Okay, you got it better? Okay, you guys are good. All right. So you guys, this is a wonderful thing. Everybody here that's been married knows what a big deal it is to put a wedding together, right? Like these guys could have easily, we could have done this, in the Vegas or in the kitchen this morning. They didn't have to have people present, but they chose to have everybody present, and it's a pretty cool thing. And they don't just do it because they care about you and respect you, but we do this because we need help through marriage, and you need help through life. And these are all the people that are going to support you. These are the people that support you now, especially when people travel to be here for you. It's a pretty damn cool thing. So I said I wasn't going to swear. There you go. No. But, so it's nerve-wracking, right, to be here and do it this way. They take a chance, right? They put themselves out there. It's very, very cool. So marriage, just a couple quick things. So, you get all this advice on marriage, and people will tell you like how to argue and how not to argue and who wins in decisions. You already know who wins. But it's complicated, right? And it's easy. Marriage is like super easy when you guys like right now, right? Like there aren't things in life, right? You don't have 9 kids running around yet, or 8, or whatever your plan is. But you guys want to go out to dinner, you go out to dinner. Like it's less complicated. But as you get on, these people are going to support you. But it takes perseverance. It takes forgiveness, probably on your part. It takes a lot of persistence, right? Like marriage just takes persistence, and And I can tell you, it takes persistence, usually on your part, right? But so, which brings me to, so it's persistence, right? I'm going to tell you guys just a real quick story because I want to get these guys married. But everybody has Tom stories. I know everybody does, okay? I'm just going to do a really quick one. So Marion and I moved in next door to the Arnolds. It's about 22 years ago or something like that. So we didn't know our neighbors. We were just moving in. We were trying to hang hanging blankets or something on the windows so we have shades. And we kept hearing this sound. And the sound it sounded like plastic wheels on asphalt. And we live on a hill, and we're on a hill above the Arnolds. So we hear this sound, and you hear the speed up, speed up, speed up, and then it sounded like a bunch of deer running through the ivy. And then, so you'd kind of hear it. I thought it was deer. I didn't know what the neighbors do. So we heard it after like 2 or 3 times. We look out the window, and there's this kid who hasn't accepted the fact that he's too big for his big wheel, right? And he's got the big wheel by one, he can actually lift it off the ground and carry it. He's carrying it by one bar, and he's walking back up the driveway. And we actually get to watch it a couple times now. So he's ripping down the driveway, and he's trying to make this right turn, and he's not making it, so he's sliding off into the ivy and rolling down the hill into his thing. But he was persistent. He knew he could make it. He never did. But Tommy has like that kind of persistence, and it's that kind of like things didn't go right, and maybe it was an impossible thing, but he stuck through it and did it. And that's the kind of persistence you got to have in your marriage. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I don't think it's going to be a problem. So I talked to him about, I talked to him about their first, how they first met and their first date. I think persistence got him his first date with her. So I don't think it was like it didn't happen right away. So this week I had time to get together with the two of them, and I wanted to get them alone, and I took some time to ask them kind of like, what are we doing? Why are we here? I want to ask them a few questions. So I asked Tommy first, and I'll call him Tommy, sorry, but you guys know who he is. So I took him down. I looked him square in the eye, and nobody's around. I said, why are you marrying Amy? And he goes, he just thought for a minute, and he goes, he goes, Amy's that guy who always has my back.
What?
Yeah.
Hold the phone.
Right, yeah, right. But the answer was, he goes, I think it was a metaphor.
Okay.
I think.
Right,
Yeah, right.
I'll go with that.
But in today's day and age. But he said, he goes, how you have someone that just always sticks up for you, always has your back? He goes, it's kind of like if you're in a bar and you're the guy that always causes trouble, but there's a big guy behind you, and you're yapping away, but the big guy behind you is standing there. He goes, that's Amy. And then he finished with, nobody messes with Amy. So Amy was a guy that always has Tom's back. It's pretty cool. So I asked him a couple other questions, but then I took, when I asked Amy, I asked her the exact same question, and her reply was something like, she goes, Tom loves me 100% for who I am, and she finished with, he always has my back. Pretty darn cool to get the same answer out of both of them. And when you get that, like I walked away from this going, this is like a really, really cool thing, right? A lot of people go through, they try marriage 5 times, and they go through all these things in their life, and they never, ever find the person that always has their back. And you guys found that person that always has your back. It's pretty darn cool. So from that, I walked away going, this is going to be a pretty good deal. So I asked them a couple other questions. It was really a cool thing. I asked Amy, I said, what quality does Tom have that will never change? And she goes, we know Amy's a planner, right? Professionally, maybe habitually. Sometimes, right? Amy knows how to do things. Tommy's maybe doesn't do things that way as much, but Amy said, Tom, she goes, he can fly by the seat of his pants and put something together, and he always pulls it off. And she said, I can always rely on that. So again, pretty darn cool. Like there's this trust. They believe in each other, and they know that they're going to be okay when they're together. It's pretty darn neat. So, you guys want to get married?
I mean, we're all here.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
She got me a new watch to keep track of
She did? Yeah. Okay, guys, join hands.
Oh. I'm going to need this, probably in a minute.
Right. Okay. Remember this, guys. It's pretty cool. Tom, do you take Amy to be your wife?
I do.
Really?
Yep.
Sure?
100%.
Sounded pretty convincing. That's good.
That's what I'm gonna sing. Okay.
Amy, do you take Tom to be your husband?
I do. 100%. Let's do this.
Okay. So you guys, they got together and took some time and put some vows together. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Just money. So they chose their vows, they reworded them, and put them all together for themselves. In marriages, I just discovered that the boys always go first. So here we go, Tommy. I'm just going to repeat after me. I, Tom, take you, Amy, to be my wife.
Take you, Amy, to be my wife.
I give to you, in the presence of these witnesses,
I give to you in the presence of these witnesses
my promise to stay by your side,
my promise to stay by your side
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
in joy and in sorrow,
in joy and in sorrow,
through the good times and the bad.
really good times and really bad.
I promise to love you without reservation,
Love you without reservation,
comfort you in times of distress,
comfort you in times of distress,
encourage you to achieve all your goals,
encourage you to achieve all your goals,
laugh with you and grow with you,
laugh with you and grow with you,
always be open and honest with you,
open and honest with you,
and cherish you for as long as we both shall live.
and cherish you as long as we both shall live.
You are the blood of my blood.
The blood of my blood,
You are the bone of my bone.
you are the bone of my bone.
I give you my body,
I give you my body,
that we two might be one.
that we two might be one.
I give you my spirit,
I give you my spirit,
till our life shall be done.
till our lives shall be done.
And after I'll hunt you.
Yes, you got time. I, Amy, take you, Tom, to be my husband.
I, Amy, take you, Tom, to be my husband.
I give to you, in the presence of these witnesses,
I give to you in the presence of these witnesses
my promise to stay by your side,
I promise to stay by your side
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
in joy and in sorrow,
in joy and in sorrow,
through good times and the bad.
good times and all the bad.
I promise to love you without reservation,
I promise to love you without reservation,
comfort you in times of distress,
comfort you in times of distress,
encourage you to achieve all your goals,
and encourage you to achieve all your goals.
laugh with you and grow with you,
Laugh with you and grow with you.
always be open and honest with you,
Always be open and honest with you.
and cherish you
Cherish you
for as long as we both shall
for
live.
as long as we both shall live.
You are the blood of my blood
You're the blood of my blood,
and the bone of my
the
bone.
bone of my bone.
I give you my body,
I give you my body,
that we two might be one.
that we two might be one.
I give you my spirit,
I give you my spirit,
till our life shall be done.
till our lives shall be done.
Nice, guys. Rings. Rings are cool, right? A lot of us have rings on, and a lot of us wear wedding rings. It's been like 5,000 years that rings have been a sign of devotion. It's been 5,000 years. Rings are used for signs that people would wear a ring around their neck, or they've always been used for to show devotion, right? Romans, like 2,000 years ago, were into the ring, and the ring they were using it for weddings and using it for more for devotion. And the ring's worn on our left hand, on the left fourth finger, because the Romans believed that the blood vessels in that finger led directly to our heart. That's why we wear it on that finger. Pretty darn cool thing. So today we still do the same thing, right? We still wear the ring on the same finger, and it still means the same thing. We're going to do it now. You ready? But it's a sign of your devotion to each other, but from a long time ago, now, and in the future, right? Pretty cool. Tom, you ready?
Yep.
You're going to repeat after me.
Got it.
I give you this ring as a sign
I give you this ring as a sign
that I choose you to be my wife,
I choose you to be my wife,
my partner,
my partner,
my best friend,
my best friend,
to the end of my days.
to the end of my days.
Just jamming on there.
All right. Nice. Amy, you ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
You got a ring?
Yeah, I got it.
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a sign that I choose you to be my husband. As a sign that I choose you,
as the sign that I choose you to be my husband,
my partner,
my partner,
my best friend,
best friend,
to the end of my days.
till the end of my days.
All right.
Is that it?
It's with great honor that I pronounce you husband and wife. Better do it. Thanks, you guys. You did it.
Far and wide, I see them searching day and night, spend their lives looking for just a little bit more. Open the sky, pull down the moon, aim for the dark, looking for the truth. But for me, all I know is it's always been you, love. It's always been you, my love. I'll be yours until the sun dies, till the stars fall from the blue sky. All my days, love for a lifetime. You'll be the tide, I'll be the sea. The rise or fall brings you home to me. Brings you home to me. Oh, it's always been you, love. It's always been you I love. Oh, it's always been you, my love. It's always been you, love. We opened the sky, pulled down the moon, we saw through the dark, and we found the truth. I found you. It's always been you, love. It's always been you, my love.
Forever seems like a long time, but nothing seems like a long time when I am with you. I feel like I'm walking on water since the day that I asked your father to let go of his daughter. So give me your blessing, sir. I'll give her all that I've got. It doesn't look like much, but it sure feels like a lot. Let her take my heart and take my hand. Take my heart and take my hand. Take my heart and take my hand again and again. Right where we stand.
let's get busy. Let's put those hands together. First coming out, it's going to be Brian and Vivian. Let's give them a big round of applause. Next up, looking really sharp and dapper. What a handsome Mike and Kit. Come on out. All right, I have Madeline and Navy. I see more people than that, so I'm just going to holler out Jill, Jake, and Jen. All right, put your hands together for Jake, Jill, and Jen. All right, let's get this back in order. Mary Ann and Dustin, come on out. Put those hands together. All right, Krista and Marco, you got some big shoes to fill. Put those hands together one more time for Krista and Marco. And where I come from, you have to stand right now if you're willing and able. I want you guys to put your hands together. This only happens one time in your life if you do it right. Put those hands together one more time for your lovely couple, Mr. and Mrs. Amy and Tom Arnold. You may take a seat, but where I come from, you keep those hands clapping until the bride sits down. She's got to soak in that moment. So just dance, come on. Ooh, it's something magical. There you go. At this time, I want you guys to give yourselves a big round of applause for making this.
Good evening, everyone. Can you all hear me? Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this very special occasion. Thank you all for being here. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Amy's dad, and I'm told I have an accent, so I hope everyone can understand me. I had to be Derek that said that. Firstly, thank you to Mike and Kit for their hospitality and opening their home. For opening their home to provide us with such a spectacular setting. I only hope the dance floor does not damage the lawn too much. Thank you. Secondly, thank you to Jim for a lovely service and the shock of the Scottish quake. That was classic, thank you. Jim, if the dentistry and brewery gigs don't work out, I think you have a third vocation. Please excuse me for notes because I've got terrible memory. Now, what can I say about our beautiful daughter, Amy? Don't roll your eyes at this point, because I promise to be good. Your mum and I just want to publicly acknowledge how proud we are of you. And at this time, we must also include your brother, Joe. You both struck out to new countries to carve out amazing careers and find wonderful life partners. This was not only brave, but courageous, and we are so happy and proud of you both. Thank you. Having recently heard of both Amy and Tom's escapades, as teens, we are delighted that you are both actually able to be here. And I'm sure Jill and Marco can attest to this. Now, Tom, I appreciate you giving me a big list of good things to say about you, but I don't need it. Everybody knows what a stand-up guy you are with a get-it-done attitude, which I appreciate. You've become a really good friend to us, and we now, Vivian and I, have the privilege of calling you our son-in-law. After 40 years of marriage, I have no real words of wisdom. Other than, I'm a slow learner. Other than be respectful to each other, be prepared to compromise, laugh, and enjoy the journey. We all wish you the very best. And with that, I would like you to all raise your glasses. Thank you. And drink a toast to Tom and Amy, Mr. and Mrs. Arnold.
Very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sit there.
I did sit there.
Miles already, not future
As I said
anymore.
to Tom, we're family now, whether he likes it or not.
As Brian just so eloquently said, thank you all for being here. And Jim mentioned it at the ceremony this afternoon that each and every one of you are very, very special to Tom and Amy. I know if I looked around at each table, I could have a story for each one. Some have been here before. This is not the first party for Tom. Okay. If I look at other tables, I see some new friends in the career he's taken on. And you guys are very special to him and Amy also right now. So thank you again. Our house is our home. And everyone and my sons know you are always welcome to come. But today was even more special. Somebody gave me a thank you note today. Well, it was, all I can say is thank you. And since I'm the first one to know that we're going to get a few raindrops, I'm going to pass it on. Again, thank you so much for coming to our home today. Thank you for staying through the weather. It's perfect right now. Each and every one. Thank you.
As all speeches start, thank you, every single person that is here. My dad sort of stole it. There is a story about each and every one of you that is so important to us. And everything we've picked from every card and every font on every card and every letter written has been
He's picked a lot. It's really
meticulously decided by Amy, which is so important. But most importantly, we'd like to thank Brian and Vivian for having this party for us, this moment, for their daughter, who they've allowed me to hang out with for a while.
Yeah.
And my parents for finally one sanctioned party at the Arnold building. Wouldn't believe it. This place holds 500 people. And all the cops know us.
It's okay.
To my wife, Amy.
Woo. Okay.
I've dragged you along on what would be a very long boat trip, which some of these guys understand over here. And I'm so excited to share it with you for even longer. So, to our family, to our friends that have been here, are here. All right, you can go now. Thank you so much, and cheers to all of you for the journey that brought us here and the journey you took to get here. I love you.
You.
Oh, that thing's still on.
All right, let's bring out the matron of honor, Krista. Put those hands together. Make her feel welcome. She's part of the family, but she needs that welcoming clap.
Whew. Take a deep breath. Amy and I have had some ups and a lot of downs. teenage Amy hated me. And I've known Amy for 15 years? I don't know, something like that. Maybe longer, I don't know. I started dating her brother, and she didn't like me. But it's funny because two things happened on the same night that, I don't know, always stuck out in my memory. I don't remember the first time I met you, Tom. Honestly, I can't. But I do recall the first time that I heard about you. It was a night that Amy had me helping her out with an event. And I was working, and she told everybody to be nice to me and to leave me alone, like not ask me to do anything because I'm her sister. And it was weird because I realized that she didn't hate me anymore. And she actually liked me. And she also told me about this guy that she met on a thing called a barsicle, which I don't know if I learned about this for the first time. Which is like so ridiculous. It's like a bar that you bike through the city. It's so ridiculous. Anyways, she said that she met a guy that she really liked. And I don't know, she was just really happy. And it's nice to know that kind of those two things came together, and it was Tom, and Tom's really great, and Amy's really happy. And I'm happy that you love him and you love me. All right, so cheers to Amy and Tom, but Amy for being finally a good sister. Oh.
That's really good.
Oh, I gotta take a sip.
The DJ was going to introduce me, but I don't know if that's necessary. Brian, my font's pretty large, so I don't need my glasses tonight. Good evening, everyone. What a great place for a wedding. I mean, look at the lights and the house and the way everything's done, the yard. It's pretty awesome around here. You know, I've grown up here myself alongside with Tom and Jake and Dusty. You know, go-karts, mopeds. Before we had our license, Tom had a pickup truck. And we probably put roughly 1,000 to 1,500 miles just in the driveway. I don't know why Mike let us do that. But honestly, the place does look great. And like Tom said, thank you to Brian and Vivian for allowing us to have the first large sanctioned event in Tom's honor here. So Tom and I have known each other for a long time. And through that time, I've gotten to know Amy. And what do you know? It's raining a little bit. I tried to get rid of him a lot because, you know, there's been a theme. We've had our ups and our downs, and we sure have. But without sticking around and having a good friend like Tom, I wouldn't have gotten to meet Amy. And boy, am I blessed to have her in my life. And there are stories, like everyone said, there's lots of stories. Most of the ones that I know are a little higher rated than PG-13. But now's not the time and place for that, because stories are merely just a journey of events and memories of how we got to where we are today. And if it wasn't for Tom and Amy's individual memories, they wouldn't be sitting here in front of us. I will tell one story that involves Amy, though. It was New Year's 2012, I believe, and Tom and I and Marianne and my wife and Amy decided we wanted to go to Tahoe and go skiing. And Tom, being his wallet's a little hard to get open sometimes, we decided that instead of going to Tahoe, where the rooms were more expensive, we would go halfway up to Tahoe, spend New Year's Eve, get up early, and continue on and get up to the ski lifts. We settled on Woodland, California. I don't know if anyone knows where Woodland is or what Woodland's all about, but it is a great little farm town. And we spent the night karaokeing at probably just one of the worst bars I've ever been to. But that wasn't even the best part of the story. We get up there, and we'd skied for a little while. No lift lines. It was a great day. And all of a sudden, we're getting ready to go out, and Amy is starting to have a meltdown. And I'm going, what's this about? And she goes, I can't find my toque. And she's walking around. she's walking around like this, like, I don't know where my toque is. Can you help me find my toque? And I think a couple of people here know what a toque is. But I'm sitting there, and Marianne too. We did not know what a toque was, and I felt so bad because I wanted to help her in that moment, but literally could not because I didn't understand what she was talking about. A toque is a beanie. Yeah, a winter hat. Yeah. So, the point of all that is that we've known Tom and Amy together for a long time, and we've also had the chance to get to know them individually. Both, I mean, Tom and I obviously over the years, but Marianne and Amy, and myself and Amy. And I think that as individuals over those years, they have grown, both in their careers and personality-wise, and kind of as their characters built into their adult lives. And it's been fun to watch them grow as individuals, because in order to get to where you are as a couple, yes, you have to grow together, obviously, but individually, separately, you have to grow together to build that strength to come together. And I think that's something you've both done very, very well. Because Tom is a very loyal, genuine, and caring person, and Amy is passionate, strong-willed, but also very affectionate towards Tom. And because of those individual qualities, they make an incredible team. And like Brian said, with his 40 years of marriage experience, I'll speak on my 4. Love and marriage is a marathon, not a sprint. So you got to slow down, bud. Enjoy each other's company. Enjoy each other's complementary and opposing traits. Be able to grow individually as well as together. Always stick up for one another, no matter if you're right or wrong. And you are each other's best friend and number one now until that's it. So, yeah. So, please raise a glass to Tom and Amy, the lovely couple. Cheers to them, and let's have a good night.
Give all the speakers a big round of applause and yourselves. All right, put those hands together for your newest couple. All right. Yes, you can give them a big round of applause. Now is the time to quit your conservative clapping. We need loud, boisterous sounds. Yes, there you go. That's so the rain gods hear us cry and they won't let any more of that rain come down on us.
thank you for it. La 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 You've been so kind and generous. I don't know how you keep on giving. For your kindness, I made debt to you, and I never could have come this far without you. For everything you've done, you know I'm bound to thank you for it. La 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 la
All right. This is a time that you can definitely go out there and join the dance floor. Join your new bride, join your new groom. If you haven't boogied with your loved one, go ahead and get the dance floor started.
Let's get it started in here.
And the bass keeps running, running, and 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 running, running, and.
In this context, there's no disrespect, so when I bust my rhyme, you break your necks. We got 5 minutes for us to disconnect from all intellect and let the rhythm affect. To lose the inhibition, follow your intuition, free your inner soul and break away from tradition. Cause when we be out, girl, it's pulling me out. You wouldn't believe how we wow shit out. We burn it till it's burned out, turn it till it's turned out. Act up from northwest, east side. Everybody, everybody, let's get into it. Get stoked, get it started, get it started, get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Yeah. Lose control of body and soul. Don't move too fast, people just take it slow. Don't get ahead, just jump into it. I hear about it, the P's will do it. Get started, get stupid. Don't worry about it, people will walk you through it step by step like an infant new kid. Inch by inch with a new solution. Transmit hits with no delusion. The feeling's irresistible and that's how we move it. Everybody, everybody, let's get into it. Get stoked, get it started, get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started.
Been working so hard, I want you more. gonna cut loose, kick off the Sunday shoes. Ooh-wee, Marie, shake, shake before we. Oh, my Lord, come on, let's go. Loose, you're loose, everybody come loose.
We need to have those hands up in the sky before the break comes in. Reach up to the sky now. Let's get the break going. Hands up to the chorus. Come on, hands up everybody. Wait for the beat to drop. Okay, let's go.
Y'all don't wanna hear me, you just wanna dance. Don't want to meet your daddy. Just want you in my caddy. Don't want to meet your mama. Just want to make you. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Hey, all right now, fellas. Yeah, now what's cooler than being cool? Ice cold. I can't hear you. I say what's cooler than being cool? Ice cold. All right. Okay, now ladies. Yeah. Now we gonna break this thing down in just a few seconds. Now don't have me break this thing down for nothing. Now I wanna see y'all on y'all baddest behavior. Lend me some sugar. I am your neighbor. Here we go. Shake it, 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 shake it like a Polaroid picture. Yeah, shake it, sugar, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, sugar, shake it like a Polaroid. Now all Beyonce's and Lucy Lou's and baby dolls, get on the floor. Get on the floor like a Polaroid picture. Sugar, you know what to do. Sugar, shake it, shake it, sugar, shake it like a Polaroid.
Here we are, on top of the stars. Never thought we'd ever get this far. We live for moments like this. We come alive in moments like this. Here we are, this is a time, like a dream coming to life. We live for moments like this. We come alive in moments like this. In moments like this. I try to take a breath. Thoughts racing through my head.
Hands up, ladies. That was such a diversion. Put your hands together for it, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at her butt.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful